5 and 5?
Yes, something like that.
All right. Or now.
Live to 5 on the hard drive.
Mwah.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Let me manage my ponytail there, otherwise known as my headphone cord.
Oh, I thought it was like a rat tail from the 80s.
Oh, yeah. It's my little Jedi Padawan rat tail thing. Yeah.
From the 80s. Okay.
Yeah, from the 80s, pretty much. Okay.
You gonna do a show?
Let's do a show. I will
All
hit
right.
record, we'll play some music, and I will kick us off. Here we go. Well, thank you for joining us on a Thursday evening. I can see out my window. It's completely dark outside, so it must be time for caching in the Northwest. This is the only podcast dedicated to geocaching in the Great Pacific Northwest. We're going to talk about caches and cachers unique to this little corner of the country. So while you're deciding which fork to use to open the ammo can, we'll be caching in the Northwest. But we can't do this until we bring in our ill-mannered monkey. Some say he chews with his mouth full, and others say he uses the improper hand for flinging poo. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Hey, yes, he is called the Land Monkey, and I don't think we're really going to get into any of those other topics that you just mentioned moments ago, but we are going to talk tonight about geocaching etiquette. But before we do that, we have a few things we'd like to go through with you, lovely listeners. And the first is to thank our new supporter of the show, GeoNav Pros. Thank you very much, GeoNav Pros. Not golf clap. There we go. Very nice. We also want to thank our faithful ongoing Denali level supporter, worldcaching.com. And stay tuned a little later for a new contest announcement sponsored by worldcaching.com. Now, folks, if you want to know more about supporting this great podcast, click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website. All right. Well, like we said, we're going to talk about geocaching etiquette, and I can see the chat room is already going crazy with geocaching etiquette suggestions. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Flutter.
It is all a flutter. It's a glow.
Ooh.
All right. And speaking of being a glow, let me tell you what, folks. Caching in the Northwest has a badge. That's right. A souvenir-like badge to spruce up your geocaching.com profile page. If you submit a glow or geocaching log of the week and we choose to use it on the show, you can have a glow badge of your very, very own. All right.
So whether you wrote it or you just read it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Send an email to feedback@cachingnw.com. You can always call into 253-693-TFTC, or you can use that voicemail tool on the website and show us just how you glow. Now, this week's glow we have submitted by friend of the show, Die Monkey. It comes from the cacher I Can Quilt. They write, unless there are major downpours or snow tomorrow, I'm planning to attend an event with my muggle hubby and looking forward to meeting some crazy cachers. Okay.
We know some crazy cachers.
We are some crazy cachers. Well, you're crazier than I am. And as far as caching,
probably just generally.
It's not going to get better from this point on. So I'm going to give you guys a laugh at my expense. Because you are fellow cachers, you will understand my enthusiasm and how anxious I was to meet some cachers from across the pond. The following is the log I had all ready to send today. Sorry we missed you guys. My muggle hubby was looking forward to talking with you and wanted to hear your accents. Did get to pick up a couple of caches while we were down there, and we each enjoyed a nice hard cider drink. Also went to HQ to drop off a travel bug. Thanks for the non-event event. We stayed until 1, and there was no sign of you guys. So I headed over to HQ to drop off the travel bug I had picked up earlier in the day, just to drop it off there. I mentioned to one of the lackeys how I had been stood up by you, and how maybe you got lost, had a hard time finding parking, so many reasons. And you'd probably show up later. She said, I think that event is next month. Oh man, talk about feeling dumb. Well, Muggle Hubby got to laugh at me, and we headed home. Thankfully, it was an easy drive back today, which is not always the case. And we have another meet and greet this evening. You guessed it. I double-checked the date. Not sure how to work out coming next month. We will see. So there you go. Have you ever gone to an event on the wrong day?
I have to confess, I have done that. I have showed up for a Sunday event on a Saturday and wondered where everybody was for a little while until, reconfirming, looking at the event page again, going, oh, you know what? That's not today. Let's go geocaching.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done that. Well, go to leave, and I was like, oh, wait, that event was last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I've never missed one. I've just been really, really early.
Well, isn't that nice? Did you help set up tables?
Yeah, I did at the Timmy's. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, folks, thank you. Thank you very much, Die Monkey, for sending that in. That was a lot of fun. And folks, if there is a glow log or let's say a milestone cache event or any other thing that you want to share with us that you're celebrating or that you think is moderately interesting, we want to hear about it. So why not call it into 253-693-TFTC and share it with the entirety of the podcast listening Northwest geocaching community.
The entirety of them. Wow.
The entirety. All of them. All the things.
You must listen to all the things and find all the caches. Speaking of all the caches, do you have any idea how many caches there are right now?
7.
I would guess 3 million.
Oh, I was close.
Maybe 3,000,007.
I didn't go over.
That's true.
Like Price is Right, right?
Ding, ding, ding. You're the winner.
All right. So 3 million. Okay. That
3
sounds
million.
good.
As
Probably
of now, there are officially 3 million active geocaches hidden on planet Earth. It'd be interesting to see how many inactive are still hidden out there. This is a big moment in geocaching history. What's even more amazing is it happened because of the collective effort of millions of people. They speak different languages, live in different countries, but they share one thing in common. They all live on planet Earth and like to geocache.
That helps.
Okay, I guess that's a couple of things. The milestone belongs to the geocaching community. Cache owners, your creativity and inspiration makes this game unlike any other. Geocaching is what you make it. Finders, no one would bother hiding a geocache if you weren't there to find it. Your smileys and thoughtful logs, or we like to call them glows, make owning a cache worthwhile. And premium members, you support the tools needed to connect millions of players to millions of geocaches and to each other.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Community volunteers. Your commitment to the geocaching community is exceptional. From publishing caches to translating content, moderating the forums, and so much more. The game would not be the same.
Job in geocaching, moderating forums.
Oh, man.
Just say
that's a tough job. I appreciate all the forum moderators. Thank you very much.
Well, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have been informed earlier today that it is Volunteer Appreciation Day. So,
is it?
Yeah. So a shout out to any reviewers and other volunteers who might be listening to this podcast, including one we know for sure is in the chat room. So thank you.
Our resident reviewer?
That's right.
The Bear of Skookum.
That's the one.
So there's a 3 million geocache souvenir.
That's a big
All you
souvenir.
have to do, yeah, I know. All you have to do to earn the souvenir is find one of the 3 million geocaches or attend an event on April 22nd and 23rd. Now, we're recording this as of April 20th. So that's 2 days away. That's this weekend. Go out this weekend, find a cache, attend an event, and you can earn that wonderful 3 million geocache souvenir.
Be one of the cool kids.
Um, Start Cacher asks, is there a way to see how many active accounts are on geocaching.com? And no, that's one thing geocaching.com keeps pretty close to the chest, the vest there, is they don't release the number of accounts. So,
Well,
and
one way
resident
to
reviewer says thank you.
Sorry?
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Resident reviewer.
Very nice. One way, if you want to get a sense of it won't give you the total number of active accounts, but it'll give you a pretty good approximation of the people who relatively seriously play the game. Is Cacher Stats? I think it's called Cacher Stats.
Yes, yes. There are ways to go and look at it, but geocaching.com does not.
Yeah, you won't get the
those.
official correct number, but
Right.
you'll get pretty close. All right. Anything else? Well, speaking of April 22 or 23 and souvenirs, anything else you want to share with us, sir?
Why, yes, I was doing some other work. Let me just jump right in here. April 22nd through the 30th. That's a whole week. It's coming up. In fact, it's coming up probably, if you're not listening to this live, you may have missed it. Is the Cash In, Trash Out week. So geocachers around the world are gathering to clean up their game board, which we like to call Planet Earth. There's also a story here from KDRV in Medford, Oregon. It says Medford Ashland
recreational vehicle. I like it.
Ooh, I like that. Medford, Ashland, Talent, Phoenix, and Central Point are all gearing up for Bear Creek Cleanup Day. Cities along the path noticed that trash is a big problem for the Greenway and decided to team up under the Rogue Valley Council of Government to keep the sections of Bear Creek maintained. The Rogue Valley Council of Governments has organized local businesses, schools, churches, and service groups to take part in a stewardship day to help clean up trash along the path this Saturday.
It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, the Rogue Valley Council of Government.
Of governments, yes. Plural. Yes, it's kind of a federation of governments, of cities, shall we say. I bet that could grow to planets one day, but we'll never know.
All right. So once again, I've taken you offline there.
So anyway, this is also Saturday. Some of these news articles come out so quickly, it's hard to, doing just a once a week podcast to get them into the cycle. Maybe we should do a podcast more often. Are you up for a daily podcast?
Why not?
A bit of NorthWest daily news. I'm not. Let's not do that. I like that. You just jumped in. Okay, we can do that.
Sure. Well, it's the same way that you plan, geocaching trips.
You never know. Exactly. Oh, the article goes on to say one of the organizations assisting Central Point's area of Greenway is SoGeo. I love that name. A geocaching program based in Southern Oregon. I think it's a 1.5 mile stretch that we're going to meet, break into 2 groups and attack it from both sides and just spend an hour or 2 walking the trail, cleaning it up, and keep it looking good, said SoGeo founder Alex Smith. Part of what geocaching does is we really like to take care of our game board, the Earth. We love the Greenway. We've biked on it, we've hiked on it, and there are plenty of caches hidden along the trail. The cleanup will be happening Saturday, April 22nd, which also happens to be Earth Day. City officials are urging anyone who wants to get involved in the cleanup to contact their local Parks and Rec department.
There you go. There you go. So, hey, while we're talking about CETOs and getting out there and volunteering, you can even get more rewards than just a souvenir for attending a CETO event. Let me tell you, worldcaching.com is putting together a CETO pack, a little prize pack for you for our April CETO contest. Now, all you need to do is for every CETO event you participate. Now, you've got a whole week of CETO events coming up here. And for every single one that you participate in, you get an entry to the contest. All you have to do is send us at Caching NW, send us your attended log, not your will attend. No, we know what good intentions are and where they pave a road to. Send us your attended log entry for the event or events, plural, sometime during the month of April for CETO events. And, the more events that you've attended, the more entries you get. Submit that entry by emailing feedback@cachingnw.com and use the subject CITO, CITO. And again, to be eligible, your entry must be in by midnight, May 10th, 2017.
There you
That sounds
go.
like a fun contest.
I think it is. Yeah, I mean, you get a whole package of stuff. How can you
It's
go wrong with
rewarding
that?
to do the CITO, and you can be rewarded.
That's right. And, of course, you don't do it because you get rewarded. You do it to help.
Yes, right. That's why I do it.
You know what we forgot to mention?
No, what did we forget to mention?
As we were going along, somebody may have noticed that one host isn't here this evening.
Oh, who would that be?
Wait a minute. I know this. No, that's going to be Wits End. The infamous Wits End, as some will say.
Yes.
He is traveling this evening. His travel plans